What's going on, everyone? Yes, today is another toy review, and yes, I am so sorry for taking so damn long to do this review. I actually wasn't even going to do it because there's already a lot of great reviews out there already, but I had quite a bit of people keep asking my opinion upon this figure, so I said screw it, I'll do a review. So, today, I'm going to be reviewing 1/6 scale Medicom Real Action Heroes Link from Zelda Skyward Sword from some Nintendo game. Haven't played it because I don't have a Wii or a Wii U, so forgive me. So some of the accessories I'm going to show, I'm going to know the names of, and some accessories not so much, but whatever. So right off the jump, let's go right into height comparison. Now this is considered a 12-inch figure, so when you look at 3A's figure from Ashley Wood, you notice Link is pretty much the exact same height. So that means he's 12 inches. Now if you look at good old Guts here from Medicom, you will notice Guts is actually taller than both of them, and his legs is widespread and also bent. So he's about 13 inches. So that's a great way to kind of give you height comparison on good old Link there. Alright, moving him on out the way. Give Link his shine. Now, Link here is extremely well crafted. I always say this, so you're just gonna have to get used to it. Medicom nails anime or anything that looks cartoony, game driven. They nail the shit out of it, because that's kind of where they excel at. Now, when it comes down to having like movie or realistic type characters or anything of that nature, they're like mediocre. They okay. They alright. They're no Hot Toys, put it that way. But when it comes down to making a character from a video game or from an anime, something of that nature, and actually giving really dead on truth about it, in my opinion, they do a lot better than Hot Toys. And the reason I'm saying that is because Hot Toys go for a real capture right off the screen look, and sometimes I don't want to see a character that I like from a video game that looks a particular way to look like a real person. So that's just my opinion, that's just how I feel. So I actually like having Medicom do the whole anime style stuff just because it looks more appealing to me and just look more authentic from the actual source material. Alright, so that is a once over. Now, as we all know, and anybody that haven't played a Zelda game, you probably was living in the cave or some shit like that, because somebody put a joystick in your hand that had Zelda attached to it. I don't give a fuck if you hate Nintendo. You played a Zelda game sometime in your life, either on Nintendo, all the way when you had to blow the damn cartridges, to now this. One or the other. But we all know Zelda come fully prepared for whatever journey he goes on. So this particular toy has a nice amount of accessories that just gives Link that great appeal. So first and foremost, let's jump right into his main weapon that we all know, which is the Master Sword. Now, I'm not even going to lie like I'm some dude that's a Zelda fan, because I'll be lying my ass off. I'm not. I'm actually really not even big on the Zelda. I'm not necessarily like I don't like them, because I think the games are amazing. I just never really played them because I never really had Nintendo. I actually had two friends that were brothers that they own Nintendo product stuff, so I used to always play their stuff, and I used to always own the Genesis or everything that wasn't Nintendo. So we normally kind of swapped out stuff from there. And much as I can tell you is that my mom is a gamer, so I grew up watching her play that old gold cartridge Zelda when I was a child. I'm 30 years old, so that just tells you right there my mom was a old ass gamer, but whatever. But beyond all that, pretty much they nailed the detail. Yeah, I know I'm all over the place, but whatever, I'm kind of tired. But they nailed the crap out of the detail. And you notice I took the handle off. That's how you actually put it onto the hand. This sword is not flimsy. So it has a slight bend, but not by much. It's really hefty. So make sure not to drop it or sit something that shouldn't be set on this and break it. So be careful with the sword. Alright, so you're going to get that. Now also what we know you're going to get is the wonderful shield here. Now I don't know the proper name of this shield, so forgive me. Like I said, I don't play Zelda like that. But you get this amazing looking shield. It has nice little rust stains in the corners. There you go. Now this shield has quite a bit going on here. If you haven't got your Zelda toy yet, or you're thinking about getting it, they don't come with instructions. The box doesn't. So just be careful on trying to figure something out. So, because that's exactly what I had to do. I had to be careful what I was doing because I didn't want to tear nothing up. Well, these two parts, and you notice you see two empty slots. All right. So this actually can come out. All right. Now, when this comes out, this is the part that goes onto the hand. All right. Now, you can't take the hand and work your way around it. It's actually a separate piece. So if you look closely, see if I can bring it to you. You see how you can see that dark line on one side of the stems? It's because it can be removed from here. So just be careful. But that's how you actually put it onto the hand itself. All right. Now that's how that comes off. This is what goes around the forearm. And top and bottom, be careful. Don't pull by this. Just wiggle it at the top. That'll come loose. And that'll come loose. Alright, and that comes off. Now what's cool about this, once you remove all that, it's ready to be mounted onto the sheath itself. So I'm going to turn him around on an angle. Now you cannot place the shield up here. It has to go down here. Right where you see mainly all of the blue. Let me go down a bit. Mainly all of the blue with no details at. That's where it actually is mounted. Now, you use this piece right here to mount it. Now, what you got to pay attention to though, if we zoom up, you notice how this has a round notch around it and this one doesn't. So that tells you exactly how you're supposed to plug it into the shield itself. So just be careful making sure you put it the right way, because if I bring this all the way up, you will notice that this particular circle is more circular, where this one is straight octagon. Alright, so that means it gotta go in like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and equip it to the shield to show you. And be careful when you place this, because the band that's attached to the sheath, because the sheath doesn't come off, you don't want to rip it, because right where the sheath is actually mounted at, you can see that's where they glue the two pieces of plastic together. So you don't want to make sure you put no snag on it and tear it. So just be careful. But beyond all that, you place it around the sheath itself. And let me go ahead and take them away from the cameras just so I can line this up. Alright. God damn. I'm sorry, people. This thing is a bastard. Things you do to put together a damn toy. Alright. I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't feel like keep messing around with this damn thing. But I'll at least show you. That is how it's mounted. Alright, and by the way, just to let you know, what's nice about the sword, it does not fall out. It's really, really sturdy. So you don't got to worry about nothing constantly giving you the slip and falling out of place. Alright, so now that's your shield and your sword going on. I'm going to move down to this. I think this is a grappling device. That's what it looks like to me. I could be wrong. You can correct me in the comment box if you like. That's perfectly understanding. So you get this little item, which is very detailed. It looks really, really good. No paint smudges, no smears in the lines or anything. So it looks really, really nice. Now the way you have to equip this, you have to put on this like tribal band that comes with it. Let's see if I can show you. There you go. So you get this, and this goes onto Link's forearm. Now the thing about it though, you can't place this over his pad already. You actually got to take the pad off. At least that's what I think, because I've tried numerous times to see if I can slip over, and I'm gonna go ahead and say no to that, so you can see that I can't do it. But you remove that, and you just go ahead and place this up. Let me see if it's a better way to do it. There we go. Place that up. Once you got it on there, put the hand back. Actually, nope. Let's put this first. Put this on there, and then you place that on there. And now you have the little grappling thing. You probably got to shift it up higher, but that just gives you an idea. That's how you actually equipped it. So that is that. So you're going to get that item. You're also going to go ahead and receive the bow and arrow. And move this hand off. I got most of the stuff already placed on different parts so it can make it easier and faster for the review. So I'm going to put his other part back on. And then you have his bow. Now he comes with a bow hand, clearly. It's meant strictly for the bow. Now this is what's nice about this bow though. I'll go ahead and get a nice little clarity on it. Let me lay him down so we can focus on it. It is really nicely done. Looks really, really good. And by the way, these new Medicom hands actually are kind of flexible. So previously on some of the toys, you have to heat up the hand either with hot water or like with a blow dryer to get the fingers to bend back to place your weapon in. But these are actually like a softer plastic, so you can actually just slip it on without going through any of that hassle. What's nice about this is that it has a real band for the arrow, which is really cool. So you get that, right? And you also, if you look on it, see that little peg hole? This goes, which is the arrow. Let me go ahead and show you the detail of that real quick. And be careful because this arrow is pretty flimsy. But that is the arrow itself. There's a little peg. And you place that right in there, and there you go. I'm gonna zoom out a bit so you can see it, and it works like that. Now you're going to get another part that's meant for the back of the arrow. Zoom up on that hand real quick, and it's really nicely detailed. Looks really, really good. Alright, so you're going to get that. I'm going to remove the other hand off real fast, and I'll put it in the pose real quick for you. So much work for this damn little toy, but it's all good. God damn it. I know y'all hearing me in the background like, what the hell is he doing? I'm actually trying to set this up. Alright, I'm going to leave it at that because that's the easy, quick setup to kind of show you what it looks like at least. Alrighty, there you go. And that's how big the bow is to good old Link there. And it looks good. They did a really, really nice job. I'm really happy with what you get. Alright, so now, moving on, you're going to receive a set of fisticuffs which is nicely done. See if I can get a focus on it. There we go. You're going to get a set of those, a right and a left. You're going to get the relaxed hands that you just seen on him previously, which is nicely done, nicely sculpted. Alright. You're going to get a sword wielding hand. Alright. Also, the shield hand. This has a slightly smaller hole there. Alright, so you're going to get that. And then you can see you got the pointed finger for the handle and the finger for the actual elastic part for the bow, for the arrow itself. So you're going to get that. So that's all your hands you're going to receive. And last but not least, you're going to get an extra face. Now, this extra face here has removable eyes. So this is one of the first out of the series of movable eyes that you receive with a Medicom figure. So I'm going to tell you right now, I think he was a test dummy of that particular feature, because he's supposed to been came out and he didn't drop. He actually just came out a little bit later. And if you notice, let's say Guts, for example, came out a lot later after him. Now the thing about Guts, he have a joystick piece for his eyes, which is made a lot better, really well done. So right off the bat, just to let you know, because he's the test dummy, he don't get that functionality. He just get these little peg system eyes, which in my personal opinion, I don't like them, because you can either lose these or they can get broken, and it's just a pain in the ass because you got to constantly take a set of eyes out to put a new set in. So when they actually did the whole joystick thing with Guts, I thought it was amazing. So 9 times out of 10, if you get any other figures that have like that whole movable eye system, it's 9 times out of 10 is going to be just like Guts setup. It won't be like this, just because that's probably going to be the route they're taking, which at least I hope that's the route they're taking. You're going to get a set of 4. You get the eyes that you see him having right now that can be removed out. You're going to get a shift to the left, and if you notice, it has a little number on them that lets you know exactly you're holding it the right direction, along with the number of eyes, of course, that you have, because all of them have a nice low number on it. Alright, now further as trying to capture an expression, it's really bland, and that's another reason why I don't really care for it, just for the simple fact that you can only have set directions, which I wish you could have moved it with the joystick, because then you could actually set the directions you like. And that being said, let's hope for the joystick eyes. But that is all the accessories. Now let's go ahead and move on to articulation. Oh, let's get this hand off and let's throw his regular hands on. Alright, so as for articulation, Link here has something new to him. When you look at his head here, it just looks like a standard cloth hat. Well, it actually has a joint in it. It can either go up, like so, or even go down. And it can swivel. So, you can move it, nice little amount of range there. Alright, getting down to the face. By the way, just to let you know real quick, since I'm at the face, in order to change his face out, his top strip of his hair here, it just peels away. Hair comes off. Same thing goes, face comes off. And you just plug it right into. So that's how you change out faces. But moving along real quick, he has a ball joint right under the chin. He has a ball joint from the neck to the chest. Alright, he gets about that far down looking, this far up to look, and a full 360. That much of a tilt, which is really nice. That much of a tilt. Alright, moving down to the chest, or to the arms rather, like all Medicom figures, he has the door hinge style shoulder blades, which can go forward and back. Alright, they can also be lifted and go up and down. Then that goes on to a swivel, doing a full 360 around. You can't really do it so easy on this because of the clothes. Kind of hinders that. You can get up about that high, realistically, because of the outfit. When it comes to a forward and backwards. Going outwards though, you get about that high up. Now you can also, maneuver it a bit and get a little bit more lifted. But that's that. Going down, you get a swivel right in the bicep itself. Okay, bring this down a bit. You get a double hinge in the elbow, which gets you about that range, which is really good. Then coming down to the wrist can actually bend from the peg itself. Go ahead and focus. From the peg that goes into the hand all the way to the peg that goes into the forearm. So you can do either or. So you can swivel from either area, and he has a hinge. Alright. Now moving to the chest cavity, you have a ab crunch in the top part, which can go about that far over, about that far back. Going down to the waist, you have a swivel that can do a full 360 if you like. Going down to the pelvis, this has 3 swivels. It has this. Alright, and this can't go too far because of the fabric in the pants. You don't want to tear that, so be careful. You can also swivel it going front and back. Goes about that far up. Alright, because of the pants hindering it. You have a swivel right below the crotch. Alright. Then going down to the knees, you have double hinges. Right there. Then going to the ankle, pull this out real quick. Now, just in case if you're wondering what this is, this actually allows you to make a character taller or shorter. It's a piece of plastic, alright, that can be removed, and you can make Link either shorter or taller. They do that for the height, depending on what character it is. And this sits on a hinge, so it goes about that much. So if I actually place this, put this back on real quick and I'll show you. If I actually place this in here, his foot gets about that much of an angle. So as for wide stances, he can do somewhat, not much though. Probably about this much before his feet is actually off balance off the ground. And that is all of the articulation dealing with Link. So hopefully this review helped out with a purchase possibly, or know what, you don't like it and choose not to buy it. So hopefully the stuff that I just told you and the things I just showed you will influence you or not influence you to pick up this item. Me personally, for me not to be a Zelda fan, or I'm not gonna say fan, but not big into Zelda or Link, this is actually a really, really amazing piece. So if you are a fan of the franchise, you are gonna love this figure. So Saying all that, thank you for checking out my review. Continue to collecting shits, and y'all have a great one. Take care, everybody.